Good day and welcome to another episode of Regional Review. I'm Kambowe, your host, and I'll be giving you a recap of events that unfolded in the northeastern regions over the past week. Also in today's segment, we'll also have an interview with Mr. Franz Moyo, a Rundu resident who will be telling us about his thoughts on the Rundu Town Council and the challenges the town is facing. Meanwhile, in history, today is Computer Security Day. Check out the next video. A recap of what has been happening during the past week in the northeastern regions. Firstly, we look at the funeral of the late Ignatius Shihwameni, the All People's Party leader who passed on early this month. Shihwameni was buried at the Sarusungu Cemetery in Rundu on Saturday. President Hage Geingob, who conferred Shihwameni with a state funeral, also attended the burial. Hundreds of mourners from all walks of life attended the memorial service on Friday and the burial on Saturday to pay their last respects to the late politician who has been described by many as a selfless leader with the interest of the Namibian people at heart. Shihwameni died on 10 November after he collapsed at Parliament where he was attending a meeting. We now look at the death of the 32-year-old man who took his last breath under a mango tree outside the Sawema clinic in Rundu. The postmortem conducted after the deceased died more than a week ago revealed that the deceased died of pneumonia. According to a copy of the medical report seen by Namibian Sun, the immediate cause of death for the late Mario Minganja was that he died of pneumonia whilst he had also contracted COVID-19. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames one's lungs air sacs, which results to symptoms such as cough, fever, and trouble in breathing. The conclusion of the report is that he died in a natural manner. While circumstances under which Minganja died was not well received by the family and community of Sawema, this is because allegations were rife as nurses at the Sawema clinic allegedly refused to attend to Minganja because he did not have a medical passport. The allegation is that Minganja went to the Sawema clinic as early as 8 o'clock on that fateful day seeking treatment. The ministry denies the claim that Minganja was turned away by the nurses. Minganja was then laid to rest on Saturday. Moyo, can you briefly just tell us about the situation about the town in terms of infrastructure development, roads, as well as your observation over the conduct of the Rundu Town Council this year in general?
It's well, to start with the question, all we observe at this moment, it's disappointment. Looking at the time period that we have had, the current leadership that is in, the roads are bad, and we've been complaining about the roads ever since. And we were given a stone to hold, which we're still waiting to see the results of before we put it down. Especially with the rain seasons now, it has become a challenge, mostly with the bad roads that we have in town. Potholes now are being watered to even break more of our cars. Road condition is quite bad, very bad.
Okay, just on the issue of the refuse and land in general, land delivery.
Land delivery, that is still to be what is to be delivered, to be implemented perhaps, because as we all know, a lot has been applying for land for years. As we speak now, it's still a dream. Perhaps it shall become a reality. But as we speak, so much needs yet to be done. We are urging the leadership to at least speed up and change this chameleon move as we talk, or as we are right now. Yeah, so service, let me say service in general is very poor.
On the issue of refuse?
The issue of refuse, you can always drive around town. That's where you see if something is being done. I will say a little, very little is being done, maybe in the locations. And you observed very well that the town council has to react on the issue of roads, because we had the VIPs coming, as I always call it. That is an indication that the roads can only be maintained when visitors are coming to town. So that simply means that this town is for visitors. As residents, we are not valued, and our complaints have been set aside. But as soon as one of the VIPs heading to Rundu, you will see roads being maintained, and you will see they are closing up the potholes on the main roads. And talk of the refugees, you saw that a day before most of the big VIPs could reach to Rundu on Friday, town council took it up to clean at night. Around 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, town council was busy putting things in order. That just shows that hypocrisy has taken over rather than leadership at its best. So it's a disappointment, especially knowing that while residents are complaining, nobody pays attention. But as soon as someone is coming into town, then something changes. We have been set aside. Nobody's looking at us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just in conclusion, if you have to give advice to this local authority of Rundu, what would it be?
Advice, well, I'm not so much in a position of advising though, but through my thoughts. Through my thoughts, I will rather say let them start sitting to agree on something rather than disagreeing, because in most cases what we know about our council is all about this one says yes, the other one says no, and looking at who is saying what before they will make it a reality. It's just a thing of them trying to find better solutions and advices from outside. Let me start with meetings that they always have. Do they invite the public in? They don't invite the public. Why? Because they are afraid of what would the public say. But it's actually needed. And some of these people are the people with better ideas to at least develop this town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Looking at the weather for the northeast, showers are expected in Rundu today and tomorrow, with cloud cover for the rest of the week. Cloudy conditions prevail in Nkurunkuru, with some rain expected tomorrow and a high of 37 forecast for Friday. Blazing temperatures of 39 degrees are expected at Kambowe for the rest of this week. The same goes for Katima. At Kasane, some cloud cover is expected, with temperatures in the high 30s.
That was it from me today. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for another episode of Regional Review tomorrow, same time.